Okay. If you are using a playlist, you may go ahead and start it now and find your way to a comfortable seat on your mat. Once you find that seat, maybe it's up on your knees, sitting cross-legged, go ahead and begin to soften your gaze, close your eyes, really beginning to settle in. Heels under your legs. The way the earth feels supporting you. Maybe begin to notice the way the air feels as it moves across your skin like a gentle breeze. Is the temperature hot, cold? Beginning to take in your surroundings. Quieting any outside chatter that may be distracting you, that may be floating around in your mind. Releasing any pressure that you may place on yourself. A to-do list that is waiting for you. A task that may be coming tomorrow. Knowing that right now, all that you need to be is here. Maybe begin to lengthen those inhales and those exhales. Trying to match their pace and fluidity. Noticing the way your shoulders may gently rise as you bring in that sweet oxygen. As they fall, as you release it back into the world. Maybe you sit up a little taller, welcoming in a little more length and expansion in the spine. As you begin to deepen those inhales and those exhales, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Taking a brief moment to scan your body, roll through your mind, letting whatever intuitively may come to the forefront of your mental space. Maybe it's joy, relaxation, peace. Maybe it's simply to tune in to your body and the movements that we will be flowing through today. Once you settle upon that intention, I invite you to deepen those inhalations a little bit more, inviting space into the low belly, letting it balloon out as you breathe in. Really filling up the lung space as the oxygen travels all the way up and holding it at the top, letting it go slowly through your nose, really lengthening the exhalation. And go through that two more times. So inhale in through your belly, letting it fill and balloon out, traveling up into your lungs, up into the top of the space, filling it in, holding it for a brief moment, exhaling back out through the nose. Maybe this time you take a gentle constriction in the back of the throat as you inhale. Following that same rhythm of filling the belly, filling the lungs, holding it in at the top. Brief pause and letting it go through the nose. That same constriction. Taking one more final scan of your body. Checking in to where you may need a little more love and tenderness today. When you're open, when you're ready, open your eyes gently, softly, letting the light back in. Maybe wiggling your back and your shoulders, settling into your space. When you're ready, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead on an inhale. On an exhale, just gently folding forward. Rolling down maybe to forearms, keeping the extension through your spine. Taking 2 full rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, crawling your way back up. Go ahead and swooping those arms up overhead. And on your exhale, twisting to the right. Right fingers gently placed on the mat behind you. Left hand on the right knee. Gaze to follow. Really wringing out the spine. Taking one more round of breath. Inhale brings your arms swooping back up overhead. And exhale brings you to that forward fold. Once again, maybe finding a little more extension. Really rooting those fingertips down into the earth. Breathing into the back body as you feel your rib cage expand. One more breath. Inhale brings you back up, sweeping those arms up overhead. As we come to the left for a twist, hands painting the earth. Left hand behind you, right hand softly on the left knee. Gaze following over the left shoulder. Bringing out any expectation you may be holding over yourself. One more round of breath. And an inhale carries your arms back up overhead. And exhale brings your elbows into your rib cage, rolling the heart forward, cactusing the arms. Inhale, release arms up overhead, unwinding the legs, placing them out in front of you. Finding another gentle inhale, reaching forward, exhale to fold. Making sure there's a gentle bend in the knees, hands placing on the shins, on the toes. Paying attention to not round out the upper back, sitting tall. One more round of breath. And inhale, sitting back up, crossing the legs, but this time bringing the opposite leg out in front. And on an inhale, swooping those arms up overhead again. Exhale, just folding to the right this time. Palm planted on the earth. Left arm reaching up overhead, keeping the sit bones rooted in the earth. Maybe your gaze follows those fingertips on the left arm. Breathing into that space on the left side body. One more round of breath. Inhale, float your arms back up. Exhale, just folding to the left. Left arm planted firmly on the earth. And the right fingers reach overhead. Gaze to follow. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, swooping those arms back overhead and winding the legs straight forward again. Let's fold one more time. Coming over the legs, bending the knees. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. One more breath. And inhale brings you back up, swooping the legs to whatever side is comfortable to you, coming to a tabletop position. Taking a moment just for gentle movement. Maybe you roll over the wrists a little bit. Bring them to the sides. Really wakening up the wrists. You curl over the toes and shift your weight back. Whatever movement feels good to you. Just a brief few moments. When you're ready, settling in. Finding stillness, meeting me in a neutral spine. We're going to come into a couple bird dogs. So extending your right fingers out in front of you, left foot behind you. We're going to raise up on an inhale, gaze to follow, lower on an exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to lower, keeping the extension on your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, this time we're going to hold. Gaze coming forward, straight ahead. Checking in with your alignment, making sure our shoulders are over wrists. One big inhale on the exhale, release, bringing it into a crunch, really rounding the back. Inhale, stretching it out overhead. Exhale, rounding the back into the crunch. Inhale, release. Exhale, round. Take two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Rounding. Hands can come back down to a neutral tabletop position. We're going to take that through on the opposite side. This time, left fingertips stretch out in front of you. Right feet behind you. Lifting up, gaze to follow. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale to release. Inhaling. This time we're going to hold, gaze up in front of you, really wrapping those rib cages in, belly button to spine. Taking one big inhale, exhale to round, curling the back for the crunch. Inhale, exhale, curling. Inhale, expand. Exhale, curl. Two more. Really pushing that air out. Inhaling. Exhale, really rounding, releasing back down. Taking a moment, and settling back in, checking in with your alignment, coming through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So on your inhales, really dropping the belly, tailbone towards the sky. Exhale, really rounding, pushing the earth away from you. down. Inhale, dropping the belly, raising your eyes, going around. One more inhale, dropping low. And on your exhale, rounding through and coming back to your first down dog. And pushing back, hands firmly rooted on the earth, bending the knees as needed. And pedal out the feet. Maybe you sway the hips back and forth, welcoming gentle movement. Find you're ready for stillness, really settling in, heels yearning for the mat. Just letting your head hang heavy, gaze towards your toes. Taking 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose. This time opening your mouth. Letting out the inhale. Release. Next inhale, gaze coming forward, rolling over into a plank pose. Finding stillness. Gaze in between your hands. They're up in front of you for 3 breaths. One more. Releasing your knees down to the mat, coming all the way down, lowering chin, chest, belly, really stretching those feet out behind you. Placing your hands close to your rib cage. We're going to push back into a baby cobra, just really lengthening a little bit in that low back and folding. One more inhale, pushing up. Exhale to release. One more inhale, pushing up. Exhale to release. And we're going to come back to that down dog through a tabletop position. So inhaling, curling your toes, coming back to hands and knees, pushing all the way back to down dog. Take 3 breaths here. Really settling in. And then your next inhale, looking between your hands, walking your way all the way to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold on the exhale. Really letting your upper body drape down, rest on your thighs. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Really just dangling, feeling heavy. And inhale, coming forward, flat back. Exhale, fold one more time. Inhaling, placing your hands on the mat, stepping back with the right leg, coming into a low lunge, lowering the knees, untucking the toes, reaching up, wrapping the inner thighs in towards each other, feeling the strength. Full round of breath, one more time. And from here, we're going to sweep the hands back down towards the mat, coming into a half split. Invitation to grab your blocks if needed. Really shifting the weight back towards the right heel, flexing the toes on the left foot, keeping the spine straight, gaze coming forward. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And inhale, releasing, coming back into that low lunge, firmly planting that right hand on the earth, coming into a side stretch. Gaze to follow those fingers. One full inhale and exhale out. Before your fingers come back down to the earth, this time tucking the toes, bringing the knee up off the mat, coming into a high crescent lunge. Settling in. from here, opening up to warrior two, pivoting the back foot to where the toes are angled towards the corner of the mat, gaze out over the left fingertips, feeling that strong base, knowing you can heel toe out your feet to widen your stance. Inhale, flip the wrists, come forward and reverse your warrior. Gaze to follow. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Option for a little more core, bringing that left arm up to meet the right for one breath. Inhale, releasing it back down. Bringing your hand behind you, we're going to come into a triangle pose. So just shifting down, bringing that right arm back up, extension through the left leg. Paying attention that you're not locking out the knee. Breathing. One more full breath. And then inhale, bringing yourself back up, reversing that triangle. And your exhale brings you all the way back down, waterfalling the hands down to the earth, coming into a plank pose, lowering through your vinyasa. Find your way back to down dog. Settling in for a couple of breaths. One more breath. Inhale, glancing between your hands, just bringing that right foot forward, lowering the knee down on the left foot and tucking the toes, coming into that low lunge. Reaching the arms up overhead, wrapping those thighs together, checking in with your alignment, finding stillness and strength. One full breath cycle. Let's take one more. And inhale, shifting back, palms to the earth, and to that half split. Your weight coming towards your left heel, flexing the toes on the right. Gaze coming forward, spine staying long. One more breath. Inhale brings you back forward, planting the hands on the earth, tucking the left toes, bringing up the left knee, coming in to that high crescent lunge. Settling in. On an inhale, opening up to warrior two, checking in with your alignment, adjusting as needed, gaze out over those right fingers, really tapping into your power, feeling the warmth in your solar plexus. And on an inhale, flipping that palm, coming forward to reverse your warrior. One breath. Inhaling, coming into a side, Option for more core work, bringing that arm to meet the other. Beautiful job, Tara. One breath, releasing it back down to your knee, straightening out that right knee, coming into triangle pose. Beautiful. One breath here. And inhale, bring it up, reversing that triangle. And an exhale, coming all the way back down. This time, left foot just to meet the right and folding. Letting any thoughts and judgments drop out of your mind. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, this time pull all the way up, arms swooping up overhead, taking up space. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come through a couple of rounds of balance. Go ahead and come into tree pose on the right side. So when you're ready, foot can come to your ankle, into your calf, or all the way up into your inner thigh. Finding a drishti, a point of focus. Paying attention that you're not locking out that left knee. Maybe you keep your hands at your heart. Maybe you grow your branches, lifting the arms up overhead. Feeling that powerful core. One more breath. From here, bringing the knee out in front of you, placing both hands on your shin, bringing the left arm out to the side, gaze coming to the right. Take 2 full rounds of breath here. Inhale, bringing yourself back to neutral. This time, preparing to coming into warrior 3, bringing that right foot out behind you as you shift your weight forward, flexing the toes on the right foot. Maybe you keep your hands at your heart. Maybe you bring them behind you. You fall, it's okay. We're all stumbling a little bit through life, but we always get back up. One more breath. And they're coming forward again, this time crossing the right over the left, tucking the toes, coming into an eagle pose. So sitting back, finding your balance as I'm falling like this, around. There we go. Nice, sitting back. Yep.
I'm not showing you all the way back.
That's okay. You, if it's too much, just find whatever cross you can and sitting back. I'm falling out, which is okay. Teachers fall too. You can also cross the arms as well. The same cross as your feet. Beautiful. You're doing it. Beautiful. Just take one more breath and release. Falling out because I'm watching you. But that's okay. All right, let's go through that on the left side body. So coming into the tree pose, heel at ankle, calf, or into the thigh. Paying attention not to lock out the knee. Hands at heart center to begin with, finding your focus. And maybe let your tree branches grow. Holding steady in the core. 2 full rounds of breath. From here, bringing that knee to a 90-degree, both hands on the shin at first. This time bringing the right fingers out, gaze to the left.
I made you fall.
It's okay. Finding stillness. One more breath. Coming back to neutral, bringing the hands to the shin, coming back into that warrior 3. Shifting your weight forward, flexing the toes on the left foot. Option for arms to come out in front of you, maybe behind you. Settling in. One more breath. Coming back in, release. Coming back into that eagle pose. So twisting the left around the right, sitting back. Maybe you take the arm bind as well. Just one breath. And releasing. Good job. We did it. Good little glute burn. All right, from here, let's go ahead and step wide into, we can face each other if you want, so we're not each other's booty, into a wide leg forward fold. So just coming forward, placing your hands down wherever you can, letting that head hang heavy, paying attention.
to your knees, not locking them out. Really just letting everything drop out of your mind once again. Any comparison, any doubt, letting it all go. Another inhale, finding that flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, can we crawl out towards each other? I'll come this way. Finding that down dog variation. Pay attention that you're not locking out your knees. Perfect. Climbing back in towards the middle. Let's shift into that half squat. Let's see if we can get you comfortable in it. So coming over, let's see. You're fine.
Last time.
Let me figure it out. I think it was it a block under your booty or was it just finding more?
I can't remember what we did last time.
Because we brought you. Yes.
Yes.
Does that feel more?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Finding
then
that
I'm not
block.
dumping in my shoulders.
Yes. Keeping the chest high. Bringing the gaze. Bring your hands to heart. Perfect. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Yeah, you can really feel the stretch. Wonderful. You look great. Yes. Take a couple more breaths. All right, going back. Just travel to the other side. Bring your block. Good. Doing a stretch on the opposite side body. Just take one more breath. And from here, let's just place the right foot down, crawling forward, coming into that low lunge again. Yep. Taking a couple breaths. And then inhale, waterfalling those fingers back down to that twist. One more time. Right hand. And let's come into a side plank. So option for supported, so you can kickstand out that left foot, coming around. Or option to take the full expression of the pose. Finding stillness. You release, coming into a high plank. One breath and pushing back to down dog. Inhaling, looking in between your hands, this time bringing the left foot forward, coming into that low lunge and tucking the right toes, rising up, wrapping in the thighs towards each other, making sure knee is stacked over ankle. And then inhale, bringing the hands back down, twisting towards the left. From here, coming into that side plank, so either kickstanding out the foot, adjusting, coming into the full expression. Beautiful job. Couple breaths. And releasing, coming into that high plank, pushing back to your down dog. Beautiful. Inhaling, looking between your hands, hop, step, or jump your way to the top of your mat. Holding. Lost your breathing. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling all the way back up, taking up space, gaze to follow. Exhale, hands to heart center. just go through a few rounds of sun salutation A. Just really get us moving. We'll take it with the vinyasa on our knees. All right, so inhaling, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhaling as you fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back, lowering down to your knees, coming through your vinyasa to up dog. Back to down. One breath. Looking in between your hands on an inhale. Walk, step, jump your way to the top. Folding on the exhale. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhaling, reaching the hands up overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, traveling through your vinyasa. Meeting back and down dog. Round of breath. Let's make it 2. Looking in between your hands on an inhale. Walk, step, jump. Exhale, fold. Fold. Inhale all the way back up. All right, I'm gonna let you take that through 3 more times at your own pace. So inhaling, hands up overhead. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Beautiful, Tara. Great. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. All the way back up. Healing. Exhale to fold. And halfway lift. Traveling through your vinyasa. Rest. That was 2, right? All right, one more. Inhaling. Exhaling. All right. Now close your eyes for just a moment. Soften your gaze. Tapping into the way your body may be feeling. Noticing your heartbeat. Noticing where your mind goes when you're in constant momentum. And you're ready, go ahead and open those eyes back up. Taking in your surroundings, dropping your palms to a strong mountain pose. Here, inhaling those arms back up overhead. As you exhale, just begin to bring that right foot back. We're going to come into warrior 1. So toes point to the top of the mat. In that warrior, strong pose. Hold on the breath. Your next inhale, opening to your warrior 2.
Really rooting down, rooting in. First in your warrior. Staying here for one breath. Inhaling, coming into that extended side angle. Really paying attention, rooting the back corner of the right foot into the mat. Feeling that line of energy. Let's see. Does that feel different? If you that uncomfortable. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. From here. Inhaling back up into warrior two. Straight across. Inhale, swooping back up into that warrior one. Exhale as you waterfall the hands back down to the earth. Let's step back into that strong plank and hold for 5 breaths. 2 more. Now inhaling, bringing that right foot forward. Coming up into warrior one on the opposite. Widening your stance and all. Hips yearning towards the front of your mat. One more breath. Inhaling, open to warrior two. Gaze out over the fingers. One breath. Inhaling, flipping that palm, coming forward to reverse your warrior. Gaze to follow. One breath. Inhaling into that extended side angle. Perfect. Pay attention. Great. Yes. One more breath. Pause. And waterfalling those hands back down, back to that plank. 5 more breaths. That one, releasing back to down dog. Big breath. Dropping those knees, mat width apart, coming into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat. Really breathing into that back side body. One more cleansing breath here. And then inhale brings you crawling forward onto your belly. We're gonna come into those floor scorpions. So let's extend our right arm out first, tinting left, bending the left knee, bringing the toes up over, getting that stretch on the shoulder. And that oxygen wherever you may feel sensation, really slowing back down.
And inhale brings you to unwind. Bring both palms under the forehead for a moment. Reaching the toes out behind you. On your next inhale, stretching the left arm out. Using the right. Bring the right toes up towards the sky. And coming over. I just want to hit you with my long arms. Inhale, releasing that right leg back, bringing your hands under the forehead, resting them down once again. Pointing those toes, stretching them out behind you, stretching the lower back. Inhale, go ahead and find your way to a seated position. We're going to come into a butterfly stretch. So feet together. You can grab your block, your blanket, whatever you may need. So you're ready to settle in, just folding forward until you feel the stretch. And feeling the stretch in the hips. See here for about 30 more seconds. All right, ready. Slowly crawl your way back up. Bring your props out of your way. Stretching your legs out in front of you. Cross the right over the left, just coming into a gentle twist. So coming towards your right fingers behind you, left arm hugging the right leg, gaze to follow. And bringing out anything you don't want to carry along with you today. One more breath. Releasing, bringing out the right leg, crossing the left. Coming into that twist. One more breath here. And inhale, releasing. Take that straight leg forward, fold one more time, seeing how different it may feel from the beginning of class. Hands reaching your toes, your ankles, your shins, your thighs. Keeping the expansion in your spine. All right, releasing, we're going to roll back onto our backs. Taking one more final stretch. Let's bring the left ankle over, right ankle over left thigh. Bringing the left thigh in. Flexing the toes on the right foot. If this is too much, option to keep the left foot on the earth. Paying attention that your low back is kissing the earth while you're in this stretch. One breath here. Inhale, rooting that foot back into the earth. Switching the cross, bringing the left ankle over the right thigh. Bringing the thigh in towards your chest. Flexing the toes on the left foot. One more breath here. Now releasing that left foot down to the earth. And the right. Bringing our knees into our chest, rolling into a little ball. Bringing your nose to your knees. Really pulling yourself in as small as you can. Maybe you rock back and forth. Really grabbing yourself tight. Bringing in all the energy. Taking a deep inhale through your nose. Bringing it all in, pulling it all in. And exhale, release. Release your whole body down to the earth, coming into a comfortable Shavasana position. If your eyes are still open, you can begin to soften your gaze and close your eyes, letting your feet fall to the right and the left, settling in, taking one final body scan, checking in with yourself. Beginning to lengthen those inhales and those exhales once again.
Taking one more deep inhale through your nose. Pulling it all in as much as you can, holding it at the top and then opening up your mouth. Letting it all go as you settle in. Taking this time for you to quiet your mind, letting whatever messages that need to arrive to come, to rest. As long as you like. Otherwise, begin to wiggle your toes, maybe your fingers. Maybe you begin to circle your wrists and your ankles, shaking your head back and forth on the mat. Bring your awareness back into your physical body. Maybe you reach your arms up overhead and take a deep stretch, reaching and expanding across the heart space. And when you're ready in your own time, rolling to your right or left into a comfortable fetal position, settling in there for a moment with your eyes still closed. From your side lying position, when you're ready, Gently pushing your way back up, meeting me in a seated position. Your gaze soft and your eyes still closed. Taking a brief moment to notice the way you may be feeling. Noticing once again the sensations on your skin, the sounds in your ears, the way your breath feels coming in through your nose and out through your nose. And together, let's bring our palms together at our heart center. And a brief moment of gratitude for ourselves, for this practice. Knowing that you can leave whatever you may not want to take about your day here in this space, on this mat. Let's lift those palms up to our forehead for kind thoughts for ourselves always. Down to our mouth for kind words. To our hearts, once again honoring ourselves in the form of self-love. The teacher and student in me witnesses and honors the teacher and student in you. And I'm so grateful for our practice today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.